Oh, yes. Okay. So, let's see it. Yep, good tracking.
Good. So we're going to get really close and look at those eyes. There you go.
It's interesting to watch how, your eyes don't just simply go. They kind of look word by
I get about 3 words and I go back and I
At
do
first
it
when you
again.
start reading your
Yes,
book,
we'll talk about that. I'm glad you observed
your eyes
that.
would stay focused on the
And
first.
you
Okay.
tell them to reread something.
I did.
Yep. Good. Okay, well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, are you looking through the Bible?
Yeah, trying to.
Okay, well,
Your eyes go back and then you go, and they again. And then you read it.
But yours seem to be just even. That's not very
since I went through it once, I didn't do it so much, but.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tilt your
tilt your head
eyes.
back so we can, yeah, look at your eyes. There you
gotta
go.
see my eyes.
Yeah, but you have to be able to see it, of course.
Yeah.
So,
What you're dealing with is a couple of us that don't have the near vision anymore, so we're in with the magnifying glass and the big print.
okay, we'll talk about that because that's important. You need to see what you're looking at in order to identify the words to connect with the meaning of the words, of course, yeah.
I said, that's okay, I still got my distance vision, I can still drive.
So you do the same thing I do.
Very
That's
good.
right.
Keep that
You go
going
ways and you come
that
back, you go
way.
ways and you come
Yes.
back, you go ways and come back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about what everybody observed. Julie observed, maybe talk about what you saw.
I just saw that her eyes didn't just go smoothly across. It kind of went. You could tell she was doing word by word, and then when she reread a word, could see her eyes go back and track again. So that was just interesting to me that it kind of our eyes were doing this rather than just sweeping across.
Did anybody see sort of a smooth movement of eye movement or?
Yeah, she was moving.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
At one point,
okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, I bet you if I put you on an eye tracking instrument that actually we use to see how the person uses their eyes and how many times they move. Let's see, this probably has maybe 40 words. I bet you would stop. How many times do you think you stopped when you read, Christine?
I don't think I really stopped when I read.
Okay, so
I
I
was
bet
just
you
reading it and
just
wrote.
yeah.
She
Okay.
seemed to be just going very smoothly.
Okay. Well, actually, if I put her on this machine, it would probably say that she stopped about 30 times. Does that blow you away? because the stops are very brief. This is what, actually, maybe it's kind of hard to see, but if we all look at your eyes when you read, we'll see that stop-start pattern, just like Julia did, actually. Because that's how we read. We actually almost stop at every word, although more efficient readers will stop less. They'll get more information per stop. But we're stopping at about a quarter of a second on each part of the information that we're looking at, basically. So our eye system has to be pretty efficient to make those little tiny stops and to move over to the next stop, basically. So let's talk about what really is going on. As Carrie was saying, this measure of 20/20 vision, thank you, is a measure of distance vision. So when we look that far away, beyond actually 12 feet, there's a focus mechanism inside the eyes that's not focusing. Our eye focus system is relaxed when we look far away. When we look up close, it has to change to keep things clear. So were the words clear when people were reading?
Mine weren't because I have trifocals.
Okay, so you had to get way down. Okay, so trifocals, bifocals, progressive lenses help the person be able to focus for close-up vision. So again, clear vision has to be there. It's assumed that it's there for kids. It might not be. So the eyes have to identify the words. So that's with the focus system. Did anybody get overlapping or double vision when they were reading?
No, but I noticed when she was reading, she was turning her head and her eyes were staying straight, and she would turn her head at first, and then towards the end it was just her eyes that were moving, and her head would stay still.
Okay, well, sometimes we use a different system that is less efficient. Moving the head is a lot less efficient than moving the eyes, basically. So, we sometimes practice things, and do you read very much?
No, I don't like to read.
Okay, well there is probably a reason for that. So there's less connection with efficiency because practice, and maybe there's other things that might be going on too. That you might relate to some of the things that we'll be talking about actually. So let me just go through the 5 things really that are present when we read. We are making these small, tiny movements from word to word or groups of words. We're making a large movement from one line to the next line. Our eye focus system has to change to keep things clear. The eyes have to work together to, and we'll go over this a little bit, to make sure that we don't get double vision. And the 5th thing is the understanding of what we read. We have to be able to connect with information. Our reading doesn't really have any impact, obviously. So, I can't remember your name?
Rosette.
Rosette. Okay, Rosette. I hate to put you on the spot, but what did you read?
What did I read?
Yes.
I read the thing that said we were, I don't know what I read.
I can't remember.
Well, here's the
Went in
deal.
one side and went out the other.
No, here's the deal, because most people, and actually I've given this lecture many times, nobody knows what they read.
That's why I
Because,
don't like to read.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, it
that's
was
right.
just information about
Exactly
the
right.
thing, about how you
because
read
your
it,
attention
didn't have
was
any-
diverted. And so you were thinking of something else, just doing the act of reading, but you weren't connected with the information. So we're going to go over some things why kids don't get the information, because their attention is diverted. Their system doesn't work in an automatic, easy manner, and it's going to affect how they understand and remember what they read. So we're going to, I'm going to, we'll go through a couple of things. First of all, the focus system. As I mentioned, at 12 feet, the eye focus system has to change. And that actually is, the eye focus system inside the eye is one of the few structures in our body actually that sort of adds mass to this very malleable type of tissue. And with that added volume, it doesn't change as much. That's why people need bifocals, because the eye focus system doesn't work starting about late 30s and it continues not to work, so our glasses need to have more strength for us to focus up close. But for kids, their focus system should be able to focus 3 inches from their eyes.
Whoa.
I know, it's pretty amazing. So, well, no, luckily, we don't have to do things that close, but the eye system should respond to that type of stimulation. And we get kids that, arm's length and their eyes start to lose their focus, basically. So, but anyway, so let me just demonstrate why this is important for the eyes to work automatically. So, we'll just do a little demonstration with our hands. So everybody put their hands out. And this signifies the person looking far away. So our hands are in one position, or the eye system is in one position. Now put your hands in a fist. And that signifies the person changing to look up close. There has to be a change in this focus system in order for a person to be able to see things clearly. Okay, so let's look far away again. Now look close. Okay, so if the eye system is not working properly, there's going to be tension. So I'm going to have you put your hands tight. And I want you to put your hands even tighter. So, how is this going to feel trying to do things, trying to understand, trying to be comfortable with schoolwork that you don't know anything about, and trying to pay attention to information that you're looking at a desk for school? Well, you're not going to last very long, actually. And the other thing is, now try to look far away, and that is even harder to make that adjustment. And so we see a lot of kids that use so much energy just to focus that their eyes start to restrict their ability to look far away. So we see nearsighted vision as often a direct result of stress up close. So that can be tested for and remediated with different activities, and we'll talk about that. Glasses actually help the focus system to focus better. So glasses is the #1 defense that any eye doctor will give to a person. Now, the other thing that glasses don't really help is the eyes working together. And let me explain that, because that is something we don't think about. So one of the changes the eyes have to make, the person has to make when they look at things up close, is for the eyes to turn inward, called convergence, and position together. So let me see if I can just demonstrate that with looking at this ball. So everybody look at my eyes. I'm going to look at the ball, and I'll do it sort of in sections here. And so when I get close, you can see my eyes really changing and looking really close. They look like they're crossing because I'm really looking at a close-up object. So see if you can see that at that distance here. So you can see my eyes cross, but actually our eye system is crossing where we're looking. So I don't know if you can see that. So my eyes look pretty straight, normal, and then when I get closer, you can see my eyes turning inward, which is called convergence. And so that is what is needed to look at something at a close-up distance, is the eyes converging, positioning, crossing at where they're looking. Why is that important? Okay, so I'm going to have, let's see, Anne. Okay, so I'm going to have you hold your hand over your left eye, look at this word Samsung here, and where's your field of vision? Where can you see from where to where?
I can see,
When you look here.
I can see from the TV to your peripheral. I
Okay.
can see in my peripheral.
Okay.
I can see Julia. I can see the office.
Okay.
And I can see a little bit of that corner.
Okay, good. Okay, so you have a certain picture that you see with your right eye. Cover your right eye. Look at the same point. Now, where's your field of view?
It's all on the south.
Okay, more to the left. You have a picture to your left.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, look at the same point with both eyes together. And how many, so you have a picture from each eye. And how many pictures do you see now when you look at the word there on the TV?
I'm getting peripheral on both sides.
Okay. So, how many pictures do you see?
2.
So you see 2 pictures. You have a picture from right and left eye, and you see 2? You see 2 words?
Almost, yeah, from this